Okay. Okay. Hey guys, welcome to our Better Together. Tonight's Tuesday since we were on our cruise and in airports yesterday. So thanks for being flexible about the time change and all the good things. So glad to see we got some people on here. If you have a team member that you know don't that you wouldn't want them to miss it, you can message them or we'll have this the link so that you can go to YouTube and watch it, whoever's team you're on. So we'll go from there. So I'm just going to get started because then we can like have a little bit longer to talk. So for a little bit of housekeeping today, I hope everybody did really good for the Hey Hey Moana drop. If you got some orders, raise your hand. Anybody get some orders for those? Oh, really good, really good. So just remember, if you're not sharing that in your stories and on your page and in your VIP groups, with the holidays are really just around the corner and everything else, somebody's gonna be upset that they didn't get that cross-eyed chicken. So make sure that you share that. Okay. So for our discounted items and everything that's going on sale and going away, remember sometimes before the end of the catalog, things go away, they sell out. So again, make sure that you're sharing all the things because you don't want somebody to have missed out. Now, on the other hand, if your bars sell out, that is a great time to offer Scentsy Club to your people, and we really should be doing it before things sell out. So we only have a couple more weeks before the incentive with the backpack goes away, and this is a really good little carrot they're dangling for you to remind your customers of Scentsy Club and all the things. So remember, Jammy Time's going away, Sunkissed Citrus is going away, and that's just the two that are off the top of my head that are going to make people really sad. So make sure you're posting that. Make sure you're running your report so that you can see who's bought those in the past. And, just make sure that you get the word out for that for sure. Did you want to add anything to that, Brandy?
Hey guys. Yeah, just make sure that you're, checking your report. Not necessarily report. Sorry, I brought home a not good souvenir from the cruise. So I'm gonna try and make it through this. So you can go search your history for people that have ordered Sunkissed Citrus, sea salt avocado, Jammy Time, and pull it up, and you should be personally messaging them and telling them, hey, I know you've been ordering Sunkissed Citrus for years. It's going away. Let me get you set up a Scentsy Club. Let's try it one time. And if you don't like it, we'll cancel it. There's no extra, nothing, but trust me and try it one time and see what happens. So just that. And then I was just on the workstation. There's some really cute stuff in the Scentsy store right now, like the new shirts and yeah, there's some hoodies. And branding yourself is a really important thing. People may not be necessarily looking for a Scentsy consultant, but they might see you and say, oh, I need one, it will trigger their memory. So make sure, there's some really great Facebook groups that sell stuff, but the family store stuff is really good. The one kind of like Christy's wearing, it is really comfortable. It's really great material. It's lightweight. They have it in like a mauve and a black. And on the cruise, I actually saw a bunch of guys wearing that one. So you could, get it for your assistant. So, and then just talking about the incentive, they just posted on the workstation that 5,600. So we have about 200,000 consultants right now. 200,000. Granted, probably half of those are not active, but still, even at the 100,000, there were 5,600 that earned the last part of the incentive, the home where you had to fill the different circles. So if you earned that, you were close, way to go, because apparently it's a little bit harder than expected. And good job for doing that.
So the one last thing too is just a reminder, and we'll kind of, Brandy's going to talk about this, but our file catalog, remember, comes out August 1st. So make sure that you've ordered your supplies. And in case you don't know this, I mean, I think you guys do, but you can put in just about anything except personalization from the Scentsy store. You can put it into your order. So if you have an order that qualifies for no shipping, then you can stick that in there with your order. The other thing is sometimes it holds it up a little bit. So depending what it is and how fast you want it, you can just order it from the store. So make sure that you have some catalogs, a thing of testers. Those stickers are $30. Those are really good to put through your catalog, all the things. So, and then the other thing is just a reminder, start lining up your hostesses. Those are going to be your future customers or consultants, all the things. So on that note, if you guys have any questions, just remind yourself, write a little thing, and then we'll talk about all the things after Brandy's done and all the things. So make sure you write yourself a little note. But right now, I want to introduce my girl, Alyssa, this little famous Instagrammer. And she is going to tell her story tonight. There you go, Alyssa.
Hello, my name's Alyssa, and I am a star consultant. I signed up under Christy, and so Christy and I love to tell the story of how I got started. It is a tale to tell about never giving up. So Christy and I have known each other for a while. My mom was friends with her first. She was my mom's Scentsy gal. Now I'm my mom's Scentsy gal. And so my mom always had Scentsy in a specific drawer in her house. I would go to her house, open the drawer, take what I wanted from her, and go about my day. And she'd said, why don't you just have a party so that you can have your own stuff? And I'd say, well, you get it from Christy and I get it from you. And Christy knew I was doing this. And every once in a while, she would Facebook message me and say, do you want a party so you can get free stuff? And I'd say, no, I'm fine. I get it from my mom. And so she said, how about this? Every once in a while, I'm going to just send you a message about having a party or joining, and you can let me know if you want to do it. And I said, sure. So this probably went on about, 2 years or so, Christy?
Maybe longer.
Maybe longer. I was with another direct sales company doing makeup, and I loved it. So I didn't really feel the need to put my effort into another one. I was just trying to do one at a time. And then August 2021 hit, and I ran out of lemon verbena, and my mom ran out of lemon verbena. So I said, oh, no, I got to message this lady that I know. I said, can I have some lemon verbena? I don't know how to order it. I never ordered it because I always got it from my mom. And she said, sure, you can order it, but would you like to have a party so that you can get it for free? And for some reason, it just clicked. And I said, sure, whatever, just set up a party. We'll do it. And like probably mid-August of last year, we had a Facebook party. I know how to have Facebook parties. I had at one time with my makeup company, I had 30 girls under me. We were humming along, doing really well. So I knew the drill of having a Facebook party. And then some life stuff happened with Christy at the same time. And it was fine. There was, grace for her to just have her life happen. And I said, you know what, I'm just going to take over the party and do it myself. I only knew bars. I didn't know anything else. I knew I have warmers, and I didn't know anything else. So she would send me stuff and I'd say, look at this, or would you like to have this, or try this thing, or try this thing. And I did a lot of Facebook Lives because I don't believe in having static posts. They're boring, no one looks at them, and no one buys off of them. So I just kept doing Facebook Lives. Then one day my mom came to my house and I said, let's do a Facebook Live together. So she was the one running the show because I didn't know anything. And the party came and it was a huge party. And then Christy said, would you like to flip the party? And I said, sure. I don't know what that means, but yes. So we flipped the party. I got all the PRV and the points, and it was a special join. So I joined for nothing. Quickly hit sensational or shooting star. So I got the free $200 worth of stuff and just started going. It went quickly from there. I got certified in a month, hit shooting star, a sensational start 2, and had some girls on my team. Went to leadership in 2 months, and lead in 2 months, and star in 7 months. So I'm sitting at star right now. I have girls under me. We're working really hard. And it all started because Christy never gave up on me. So if you have girls or women in your life that go, don't ever feel bad about asking them. After I joined, I told Christy, I want you to know I never was mad at you for asking me to join or to have a party. Never. I was never irritated at you. I never thought a bad thought about you. I'm going about my life. I have 2 busy kids. I'm a dental hygienist, so I'm always on the go working. And for her to pop in on my feed or pop in on my Facebook Messenger, I just said no and moved on. So if you ever feel scared to ask someone, 1, to have a party, or 2, to join your team, don't ever be scared. Don't ever worry about what they might say to you, or they don't want to be your friend anymore. No one's going to stop being your friend because you've asked them if they wanted their own business. They're just going to say no and move on their day. And I did the same thing with every single person I have a party with that is my hostess. I say the same thing Chrissy said to me. And I've had girls join, three girls join because I asked. A couple have just found me on the website. And so it's been fun. I'm coming up on a year next month, and I'm so happy that she kept on asking me.
Yeah. Future director. And and it's so funny too, because in my head, every time I was thinking, I'm annoying her, I'm whatever, but I had kind of told you, like, I like to ask like 3 times a year, whatever, or something like that. And so I would go back, and so it just wasn't the right time. And sometimes it was even like a little ghost, until the next time she wanted to do a party, and then we picked up like it was nothing. So don't let that get in your way for sure, because you could just get a rock star.
Yeah, you just never know.
Good. Well, thank you for sharing.
You're welcome.
Appreciate that. And now Brandy is going to talk about daily habits.
Maybe. Okay. So, yeah, not COVID. Just I tested, just caught something the last day of the trip. But I feel like shit. So, who has lists? Are you a list person? Are you a fly by the seat of your pants person? Yep. I found this to-do list packet at Target a couple years ago. I think I bought 20 of them because they were like $1, but they're pretty thick. But I literally just love that they, I keep one by my desk and all the things. So same thing with your business. There's things that you need to do daily, weekly, monthly, and it can get overwhelming. You can forget things, especially when we move into this busy season where you got orders coming in left and right. You got new products coming left and right. We have a new catalog, new scents, and you're trying to keep up with it all. And you're like, oh, wait, I forgot that customer. Oh, I forgot that teammate. So making a daily, weekly, monthly list for your Scentsy business is super important. And if you have 15 minutes, some people are really busy. They don't have hours a day to work their Scentsy business. they might have 15 minutes. So if you have a list already going, ready for you for that day, when you have your 15 minutes, you know exactly what you're going to do. And I even saw another director, she had buckets, and she called them her 15-minute bucket, and she would put everything she needed. So say tomorrow you're going to make samples. She would take that bucket, she would put the wax, the molds, the labels, the zipper bags, everything in that bucket, and she knew, okay, 15 minutes here, I'm going to bust this out really quick. So lists are like planning ahead, right? And I want you to remember that you can do anything, but not everything. Okay, so we're going to give you some ideas. You do not have to do everything we do. Everybody's in different parts of their business. And some things are more important or more prominent in your business than my business, etc. And different ways to do that also. So I'm actually going to do a screen share tonight because I just thought it would be easier if you guys saw it than me just talking. So I just gotta find it. Oh, I left it open. Okay, so I will share this. If you guys don't know, we actually each Christy, Yvonne, and I all have a YouTube channel, right? We have our own personal YouTube channel, and we upload these videos to that YouTube channel. So what I've been doing is, if there's any kind of document, I'll share on the YouTube channel. That way, when you go back to it, you can find it right there in one place. All right, so let's. So I made these in Canva. I'll share the link so you can kind of change it up how you want, and put the things that are important. Maybe you have your niece or nephew or grandkids on every Tuesday, and so you just can't get things done on Tuesdays. Move it to Saturdays, change it up however it works for you. So a couple of things that you should do every day is check your numbers. And by checking your numbers, you should know what you need for your next goal. Are you working on a promotion? And what your team also needs for those goals. So say you have a new certified consultant under you, you should go check her number, or not certified, but essential. You should go check their numbers also, because you want to see how they're doing. Are they only $58 away from promoting? You want to message them and look at that and say, hey, you're only $58 away. You can totally do this. So checking your numbers is not just what's your PRV, but also checking your team numbers. Look at your GWV. Are you close to being paid a title? Are you not close to being paid a title? There's tons of different reports you can run and numbers you can look at and that's for a whole nother day. And then check the news tab. I know a lot of people check the news tab multiple times a day. If you're busy and you can only check it once a day, check it in the evening. Check it every night so you see what news was announced that day so you don't miss anything. If you check it in the morning, usually they're posting all throughout the day, so it'll be 24 hours before you figure out what's going on. And then so Mondays is my customer day. That's the day I focus on customers. Focusing this way really helps me not get overwhelmed, not get crazy busy. I'm not trying to pack orders and do a new consultant training and do a team training all on the same day. It's just overwhelming. So if you break it down by day, different parts of your business, it just is really a lot easier. So obviously we have the director call for director and above. And then every day you should be working on 2 IPAs. That's an income producing activity. And I'd like to talk about that more at the end. But for now, just know those are things you do that produce income, that produce orders. So on Mondays for my customer day, I send an email to all my customers. And then I also, I I send the email on Thursday, but usually I start writing it on Mondays. Same with Project Broadcast. We know what's coming that week, right? We have that new document from Lacey that says what day everything's launching. So you can start giving your customers a heads up. Every week you should, or every day actually, try to have 2 joint conversations, 2 club conversations, and 2 new connections. So that doesn't mean call somebody and say, hey, can you join the Scentsy Club? But when you're talking to your customers, put it in your head to mention Scentsy Club. If you're following up on an order or reaching out about an order going to, or a set being discontinued, you know, that's the time you would bring up that joint conversation or club. Same with join. If you're talking about them with club and they have $100 in club, that's a great time to offer that join or talk about joining, because they're going to make $25 off of doing nothing because they have a $100 club. And then new connections. Reach out in any of the groups that you have. Just try to make 2 new connections each day. It's not so overwhelming when you think about it too. But even if you do half of that, that's 15 new connections that you have each month. And they might not order right away, but those are people that will reach out to you in the future. Customer day, I'm going to follow up with my customers. Anyone that ordered, if I delivered their order, you know, follow up with them for all that stuff. I'm going to schedule some posts for my Facebook, my VIP, my business page, and Instagram. Sometimes I schedule those, I actually do on Sunday night, and then they can start scheduling for the week. Especially if you're going on vacation or you know you're going to have a really busy week, take a few minutes and on Sunday or Monday and really get those scheduled. Motivation Monday, share, you know, motivational quote, something like that. Prepare customer happy mail. So I'll look back from anyone that orders Sunday to the previous Monday. I got a box of mail that's already put together over there, and I just label it and then do a post office run on Monday. I like to do post office runs on Mondays because then it has all week to get to them. You're not trying to, you know, it's not sitting in the mail over the weekend. I was going to add something else. So Tuesday, possibility, recruit, leads day, same thing. Numbers, news tab, IPAs. Schedule some possibility posts. You know, like I just went to Alaska, so I'm going to start sharing a lot of pictures and things that came from that Alaska cruise. And I'm going to kind of create that FOMO, and maybe I can do this too. And I want to do that. So scheduling and sharing those. I use Facebook Marketplace a lot. I share Disney stuff there. I will offer 5 samples a week there, and I will mail it to somebody that doesn't have a consultant, hopefully. And I just use regular felt, so they only cost 55 cents. If you've got a list for your dream team, people for the future that you would like to join your team, talk to them, make a list of them, start if there's a join special, which we heard a secret that we might have a join special every month from now to the end of the month, but you didn't hear that from me. So if there's a join special, reach out to certain people specifically, not just posting on Facebook, but send them a message with that join special. And then again, 2 join conversations, 2 club, 2 new connections. And maybe you only get 1, and that's okay, because 2 a day is a lot. But But if you have a goal, then you have something to work for. If you just like have a joint conversation, then it's likely not going to happen. Wednesday, team day, same thing. News tab, numbers, joint conversations. Schedule some team posts. Like you can do some polls. You can do some new product. If you went to SFR and your teammates didn't, or your customers didn't, you can start scheduling posts of new products. And then Wednesday is when I usually reach out to people on my team and let them know like, hey, I checked your numbers and you're super close. I mean, sometimes I do it every day when I pull numbers, but I'm very focused on Wednesdays to reaching out and talking to customers, preparing welcome packs, doing shout outs, what I'm working on, Wax Wednesday posts. So, I mean, not every day has to be the exact, like Wax Wednesday post is my VIP group, but it's team day, so it's fine. And then 2 IPAs. And I left this blank. Like I said, this is a Canva template, so you can go in and change it. But at the end, we can talk about a little bit more about IPAs. I'm trying to go fast. Thursday is host day, right? So if you have a party coming up for the weekend, after you do all the regular stuff, schedule some posts, you want to get ready, prepare those party packs for the next week, set up the Facebook group for the party, do your 2 IPAs. Friday, business day. So it's kind of like the extra day. So things that we really forget about doing, like update your expenses, print labels if you know you're going to do samples or mailing, print out, order Amazon things you need. If you know you got bags going out, you know, kind of check inventory of, oh, I'm out of the little Ziploc bags that I use for making samples. So do that, clean your office, because coming into a clean office on Mondays is always really nice. And then a few things that you should do on a monthly basis, things like checking your team for who's going to cancel, checking with your team for their monthly goals, coaching call emails, way to go, promotion cards, mail, update your scent of the month call, scent of the month subscription, work on scent of the month samples, work on booking parties for next month. Again, bulk samples. If you know there's a new collection coming out, start making those samples, work on your goals for next month. And then any consultant that cancels, they're going to still need a consultant, right? So make sure you put them on your list of customers, because you want to be able to follow up with them. They're still going to want Scentsy, and you never know, they might want to come back in the future. So stop sharing. Just double checking my notes. I only had one page. So just the last thing that I want to add about that is, when you're focused like this, when you have your list and you know what you're doing, and if you don't know what you're doing, reach out to your upline. We'll help you focus on those IPAs that are going to best help you and your business this fall. But when you're really focused like this, that's when you earn incentives. That's when you set goals, you make your list, you know what you're doing, and you earn incentives. And when it's just kind of a free-for-all and you're flying by the seat of your pants, that's when the incentive ends and you're like, I was so close. If I had just focused, because I'll tell you, this has happened to me before. If I had just focused, if I had just been a little more organized, then I would have earned it. So we're about to come into a new incentive. And after this one we just got off of, minus the cold, I wouldn't want to miss it. Okay, any questions? You can unmute. We're going to leave it recording though, because I think questions will be good.
You said you were going to upload this to your YouTube. What is your YouTube?
Oh, I don't know. Probably my name. I will look for it. And I will
So,
share.
so when you post it in your team page, and post the link, it'll go straight to your YouTube page.
Yeah. It's probably Wickless Brandy.
Okay.
But I usually sorry. No, you haven't. I usually try to post the video link right after, but the next day or so. We'll get it on there.
So
what was it, Brandy? What was it, Brandy, again? Your YouTube? What was it?
Wickless Brandy.
Okay.
I'm just double checking. Hold on.
you guys won't even have to worry about it. Once she posts it and you click on it in the team page, it'll take you right to her,
Oh, okay. Okay.
right to hers, mine, Yvonne's, like whoever. It'll take you right there. So then you can subscribe to whatever channel, and then you'll see all the stuff all the time.
Yeah, if you
So we'll
subscribe,
always post it. Huh?
yeah, and if you subscribe, then you will get notifications when we post things. So I'm gonna post mine in the comments, and Christy, you want to post yours?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So what else did I want to add to that? So remember, your list, a list to do something every day is so good. If you know a lot of this stuff, like if you can cut it down, you can change it to however you want. I mean, one of the best things that this kind of did for me is that I literally was putting orders together every single solitary day. And that is exhausting. So if you're gonna put orders together, you know, say like you get your customers get to know, oh, she delivers on fill in the blank, or they can come to your house on fill in the blank. So there, it's just things that cut down the stress of you know being squirrely all over the place. So when you make a list, make it so it works for you, so that you'll use it. And if you have to start out small, then start out small, and when you see that you can do that, add a little bit more to it, and get it done. Because I know people make samples all the time, but they're not doing you any good if they're sitting in your sample drawer. So you know make sure that you get those out. And the other thing, when Brandy was saying, you know, make some new relationships, like talk to some people. I'm telling you, one of the great tool is when you get on social media, like comment on people's posts. I'm telling you, I say this all the time. If you comment, like tonight, go and comment on 3 people's posts. I promise you, in the next week, they're commenting back on yours. So you're finding like, you know, some different things. You get to know each other, and then you kind of are interested. They're interested in what you have to say. And so maybe they're not going to join your team, but maybe they know somebody that, you know, will, or maybe they'll be a great customer, or, you know, fill in the blank. So those are just some little things that I wanted to add.
Yeah, I thought that for a long time of making samples is not an IPA. It's the follow-up that is the IPA, income producing activity. So just making samples isn't going to make you money. It's when you get it to your customers and ask them, what did you think? And a lot of times,
there's a thought, huh? Like, how many times have you handed stuff out and you're all, thanks? You know, you got to follow up and say, what'd you think about that? Those little things that'll get, you know, people, because people are busy. And so somebody probably wrote a note or thought, I really like that. They need a little reminder. So
I would love to hear some ideas that you guys might have for income producing ideas. It could be team, it could be customer, it could be sponsoring, it could be club. What are some things you can work on each day? There's not really a wrong answer. Like, I'm literally asking for for ideas. I'm gonna make a list and I'll share it.
Follow up, just basic follow up. I always tell people if I followed up, I'd probably quit my job.
So follow up after you deliver an order, after samples.
Orders.
Do dedicate like 5 to 15 minutes of just following up, kind of tying into what she was saying, but making it so you have a time limit on doing just that specific thing. So it's not so daunting, even if you only set a timer for 5 minutes.
I love that. That's so brilliant because I really do. I overthink it. I go, oh, I have to wait till I have time. And the fact is I never have time.
Exactly. So if you do 5 minutes here and then 5 minutes later, it makes it so much less daunting.
I love that.
I do it sometimes by letters of the alphabet. So I'll go through like my A's or my B's or my C's. And then I know, okay, I did all my C's. So now I'm going to go to my D's the next time.
Smart.
Sorry, I'm not.
I just went through my order history today to see whose items shipped, whose are still pending because of the flash sale, and then even just doing like a courtesy text to say, hey, you know, the flash sale was super successful, so our shipments have been like a little bit delayed up to 21 days, but I just want to let you know, just kind of checking in with them to say that, that's just a way to just connect with them and check in with them without them actually having the order yet, but letting them know like, hey, I'm aware that it's taking a little bit longer than normal and this is why. And then obviously follow up with them when they do get the orders.
That's super important. So what would be like an income producing for your team?
Is it like more like just recognition? I mean, I was thinking about as far as I think just checking in with my teammates. How about that? That's number one.
Yeah.
Let me just check in with them. And yeah, I like the idea of, seeing how close they are to hitting active and just letting them know. I think that's a good start since we're already like a third of the month already.
Yeah, a really great thing you can do now is go to your workstation and sort by PRV, and you can see everybody who's at like under 200. Send them an email, and you can just, or a text message real quick, personal message on Facebook, and say, you're so close, or even to 500, you're so close to 500 being paid at lead. Or what if they're almost promoted? A lot of people never know when they promote to lead because they have like one person that happens to get active and they have high PRV. So they're like, oh, I had no idea I was even that close. Those are definitely IPAs. And even just like, I forgot.
98.1 degrees from iHeartRadio.
Good music. Some of the ones that I had written down were like thank you mail. And that could be anything from a postcard to a message, like you said, just checking their order status and saying, there's all different levels of expense, I guess you could say. So you could do a text message, thank you. You could do a postcard, thank you. You could do a cents circle, thank you, or an elaborate thank you. Whatever you do, as long as you're doing something. And also going through and checking comments, like sometimes people will comment, oh my gosh, that's so pretty, or I love the smell of gardenia. So going back and messaging those people and telling them like, we have this amazing gardenia scent, it smells so much like real gardenias, or hey, this warmer is 20% off this month. So yeah, any other ideas? Of working on your customer base, Jamie said. So what could be an income producing for building your customer base? One thing I do is I will go onto Facebook, and if I have some, like maybe I made some samples and I have some leftovers, I'll go on Facebook and ask if anybody wants them, and I'll mail it to them. Try to keep it to just a post stamp because you never know, and let them know it's literally just a small sample. It's not like half a bottle of something, you know. So those are new people that you would have never met. Some places allow you to put messages on the Nextdoor app. Or if you have like a community bulletin board or like your homeowners association or something.
If I have like new viewers, or not even new viewers, but viewers that are constantly like looking at my stories, I'll send them a personal message and say, you know, hey, I'm working on my monthly mail. Would you like some happy mail? You know, that kind of thing. Usually they say yes. I haven't had anyone say no yet. But yeah, I mean, you know, it's just like, I'm already working on my happy mail. Would you like some? So it's more like a personal, you know, message to them.
Yeah, that's great.
Mhm.
And joining different groups. If you have I have a black lab and a German Shepherd. So I'm in a bunch of black lab groups and German Shepherd groups. And whenever I see somebody posting about how bad their dog smells, I'll message them and say, hey, I use Scentsy dog wash on our dogs, and we have this like dog deodorizer. Would you like a sample? And same thing, they almost always say yes, and I mail them a sample of the pet stuff. So finding kind of like things, if you play soccer or your kids play soccer or you like coffee or whatever, being in those groups, you know, don't be spammy, but like Christy was saying, make conversation and get to know those people, and then they'll start seeing your posts of Scentsy and then start asking you about it. All right. Anything else, Christine?
So I have a question.
Yeah.
And this is for anyone, honestly, how do you guys keep up with your customers? What programs are you using to keep I have like a notebook, my hands is tired. I don't have many customers. I have more than a few, but but there's still a lot. And then when I'm preparing Happy Mail, I'm handwriting all these labels and I'm just like, oh, this is for the birds, and it's not working for me. So I need to get to a point to where I need to automate some of this stuff. And so what are you guys using?
I'm gonna let you guys answer this.
I use right now, what am I using? Oh, Google Sheets is what I'm doing.
Okay.
So Google Sheets, and I name each tab like by the month. And so anytime a customer places an order, I put the date and then the customer name and then like what they ordered. But then I have also like, am I sending them samples? You know, what am I sending them as a thank you? And then another box like, okay, when did I send the thank you? And then like a follow-up box. So I have it all for like by month. So I can do it that way just to keep track of who has ordered in the month. But I also use, you can export your contacts out of your workstation, and I guess, copy it into Google Sheets or whatever you guys use, and then you can upload that into Avery. So you're mail merging, so you don't have to handwrite their addresses if that's what you're, it's so life-changing.
Okay,
And it's
okay.
easy for me to do like postcards that way. So, because again, like customers that aren't current, that haven't ordered like within 3 months, I'll send them a postcard at least, something smaller that doesn't cost as much, but it'll still have like the sticker on there. So I'll do that, and then yeah, and then you can also mail merge with the Avery labels, the address labels, and print it on that, and then stick them on the envelope if you don't want to handwrite anything anymore.
And do you use just your US Postal Service, or do you use like I think they call it Pirate or something like that? Do you use another type of
For
routing
regular
system?
monthly mail, no pirate ship. That's too expensive. Those are for like bigger like packages for me, like a host packet that's doing a party. Occasionally, if it's a customer that has ordered a lot and I want to send them like a little bit more, but monthly mail is just regular stamps
Okay.
or postcard stamps, which is a little bit cheaper than a regular stamp.
Okay.
And then I don't know if you ever tried Amy, but we're about to launch. No?
Mm-mm. Not happening.
Oh, I missed that.
So
missed
I
that.
I did like a little test of Amy Christie, and I tell you, I don't know if I was just retarded or it was not working for, well, let me take that back. I liked it, but I don't think that I knew how to utilize the program to its greatest potential. Does that make sense? So I was like, what is going on here? Is this really saving me time? Is this, I felt like it was just different. So maybe again, I just didn't know how to really utilize it to its fullest potential, but I didn't find it very beneficial like that. And I didn't want to pay for it if it wasn't going to benefit me on the free site.
Absolutely.
Well, doesn't matter. It's actually amazing once you learn how to do it. I'm very sad it's going away, but it doesn't matter because at the first of next month, it's no longer. So
oh, that sucks. Okay.
Yeah, it does. But it was a good program. Hopefully down the line, since he will come up with something, but I'm still in search for something. If anybody else has ideas also, besides the project one, which I'm gonna look into, but I forget what's that called again. It's called
Project Broadcast.
Project Broadcast, right?
But even with Project Broadcast, you still have to have a system. Project Broadcast is a great system for communicating, but if you don't have a follow-up system, so I print postcards like this. Do you know how to use Canva or anything like that?
No, but I'm a quick learner. So
Okay.
Is Canva what you use?
Yeah, Canva is great. Emmy's really great at Canva. There's a group that shares all their Canva designs. You can go in there, download it, use it, put your information on it. So what I do is I just print, every month or so, I'll print a different design because I like my customers to see different things. And then on the back, so it has all the main stuff like, thank you for supporting my business. I hope you love your Scentsy, blah, blah, blah. And then on the back, I write a really small note, like, you picked my favorite scent, love Brandy. One line. So you're not spending all day writing thank you cards. And then just pop these in your thank yous.
Okay.
That'll slow up the process. And if you don't have a lot of contacts, you can go to Avery and you can just type in all your contacts one at a time. Because if you're not trying to send mail to 50 people, then doing that mail merge might be kind of confusing.
Okay.
So you can go in and print. It's Avery labels. They're called address labels.
Okay.
$81.60. They're cheaper on Amazon.
Perfect.
And then you just put in that template number and it'll give you the exact page. And you just type in the names and you can tell it, my favorite thing is you can tell it which labels to print on. So you can reuse a sheet. So if you're just printing like 5 labels, the next time you go in, you tell it to print on the next set of 5, not, you know what I mean?
Nice. Okay.
Yeah. I think that would probably help you a lot.
I don't even print on the labels anymore. I do it straight on the envelope. It
You
says
handwrite yours too? Oh, you print on the envelope.
I print directly on the envelope. I do not mess with labels unless it's a onesie, twosie. You know what I mean? Where it's not that many. But I will put my envelopes right into my printer and have it spit it out with everything. So then I can put little designs on my envelope, like my little logo I have, you know, everything, the return address and their address.
Nice. Okay.
It
What do
saves
you use?
so much time.
What do you use to do all that? Word?
Just on my, I don't know what.
Is
I
it
think
on
it's Word.
Is it Word? Okay.
Yeah.
Or Excel maybe?
Is it? It might be, but it's in the mail merge portion, right? You start them over and then you line it up, because sometimes you have to line it up, and you just put, you know, like the first name, last name, do the next line, and then the address, city, state, zip. And then it just prints everything on there. And it looks nicer because I'm not good at labeling. Everything's always like cockeyed and crooked. And so it just looks better.
When they're crooked, it's hand loved.
Huh?
I said, when they're crooked, it's like hand loved.
It's just so much time. And that way it just prints out everything. I can change the color of the font, like all of that, without it, you know, then having to sit and sticking the labels on, you know, and putting 2 labels, one for the remittance and one for the return address, because I always add my return address with the QR code to my website. So just an idea.
I like that. And that mail that mail merge for the envelope, that's still through Avery, right?
No, it would be through Word,
Okay.
Microsoft Word. And I'm sure you can look on, you know, like Google, and it'll tell you how to do it.
Okay. I'm going to try that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So this season, oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was saying this season, I'm not making as many samples with bars because I don't want to. And so I cut up all of the scratch sniffs so I don't have to make a label of what it is. It already says what it is. And when I have parties, I did a Facebook Live on it on the NorCal page, is I just made a bunch of these, already have my return address on there. And then everybody that's in the party gets the same thing. So they all get the same picture information. And I just put random samples in there. And then when they become a customer, then they get bigger, better stuff. Because I can just mail a bunch of stuff to them with just one stamp with this envelope. It cuts down a bunch of time. And then I made one QR code that everybody goes to, and then they find their party that they've joined. Because I kept making different QR codes for each hostess, and I kept getting confused which QR code went with who. So they all get the same one, and they all get the same printout.
Keep it simple. That's so good.
Are you sending that little packet of stickers in that envelope?
So I just have them all organized of different ones, and I just will take out and just take a few of each sticker and then put it in the envelope.
Yeah, I'm moving that direction too.
And I pick out what they like. I just do random ones. They just get whatever from me.
Sometimes they never know what they'll like.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, Alyssa, the program that you use you said you make one QR code And then that QR code sends them to a place where all your parties are at and they pick your party. What is, how do you?
Yes, so
do
that's
that?
Linktree. We,
Tree.
Yvonne had directed us to the, I always forget what it's called. Rejuvenate, the 3 R's Facebook page. I don't know what it's called. But there was a live from a girl that talked about how she does a Linktree, and she has a similar one. I just did this and made it my own. You on the Linktree, and I can post it later again. It just has like a digital catalog. It's just like a landing page for everything. A digital catalog. If they want to join my team, if they want to get a sample of something, and then I talk to my hostess about this QR code. When they get my hostess packet, it's gonna drive to that Linktree, and then I just tell them, look for your name. You know, say it was like Christie's scent party, and then you tell your customer, your friend, their friends, like, oh, go to the Linktree, find my page, Christie's scent party, click on it, then you can shop there.
Interesting.
I always forget about Linktree. I have one
And it's free, so
yeah,
I'm doing that tonight.
yeah, and it's so easy.
so easy. And I have it on my Instagram page, so it drives people from Instagram there. So I get more people from Instagram than I do Facebook.
People on Instagram like to click things.
So that your Linktree QR code that you post on the Instagram, that's just that. So that's going to take them to your Scentsy page, right? And then
No, it's
from
just a
there,
landing page. So
Just
the
a landing
landing page just has, you can create it however you want to, and you can add in whatever you want to, but mine says like, welcome to my Scentsy world, come on in. And then it has little rectangular boxes that they can hover on, or if you're on your phone, you just tap on it. And mine's just set up as, mine just says Scentsy world, view the digital catalog. Do you want to join my team? Do you want to get, fun stuff? Join Scentsy Club. It just drives them to each thing. And then it has my party pages. So I have a Google form that directs them to fill out, so that they fill it out. Then they get this from me. Once I get the email that someone filled out the Google form, they put their name on it, all the stuff, send it off. If someone wants to host a party, or I have conversation through text, oh, do you want to host a party? I give them that same Linktree page. Please fill out my hostess order form, because then I can get information from them rather than saying, what's your email? What's your home address? Like through text or phone, it all just drives there. And then I send them the big hostess packet. And then below are all the different parties I have going on at any given time.
Do you want to share that link in the chat? Just so people can check it out. Just don't fill out the form.
Yeah. Don't confuse me. I'll send you something. So.
Linktree is nice because it's free, right?
Yep.
Does anybody else have anything they want to share?
Okay, I'm going to stop the recording. Oh, it's exactly 7:30. We did good.